Good day, strategy gamers, and welcome back to episode 3 of our classic games Let's Play of Star Wars Rebellion. We're going to be continuing where we left off, having recently conquered Yaga Minor, and trying to quell a rebellion there. We're going to continue our efforts to capture the Siswana sector and really kind of fortify it, and then some of our diplomacy and efforts here in Fakir for uprisings and converting systems to our cause. In this sector, we're going to continue with that as well. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to turn the game speed up to medium. Right away, we get a notification.
There is a message coming in from a planetary system.
And it looks like Delaya declared independence. So we had a mission there to cause an uprising. And it would seem that it worked. And because the rebels didn't have any troops there, it means the system then switched to neutral, which means now we can send a diplomat there and try to convert them. I'm going to set this to slow, I think. We also have
message has been received.
New facilities deployed. One thing that I wanted to show you guys is in Coruscant, we've got this galleon here that has these Imperial fleet regiments.
There is a message from Lord Vader.
We're going to have him continue his mission on Chandrilia, excuse me. I'm going to put this back to very slow. Anyways, this galleon, you usually start with one galleon with a couple of troops inside of it as the Imperials in the game. I usually like to take this and I like to send it to these Outer Rim systems to have it kind of explore a little bit. Now, the most efficient way to explore all these systems we'll go over a little later, but it's with Imperial probe droids. We don't really have the industrial base right now to focus too much on building them. But what I want this galleon to do is just to hop around this entire sector, looking for planets that have very good mineral and production capacity, right? And when we find one that has good capacity, if it's not populated, we need to send, say, an Imperial Fleet Regiment or another unit there to claim that planet as our own. So either way, when we do our scouting and when we're finding valuable planets that may not be up to par in terms of civilization and ready to join the galactic fold, you need to send troops there anyways to take that planet. So we're going to get this guy moving out here to Tramis just to start, and we'll see what he's able to find. We'll toss this back to a medium speed.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Oh. The rebels have come to Ando.
There is a message from the Emperor.
And we have a victory destroyer.
There is a message concerning popular support for the Empire.
And one TIE fighter. So we're going to give this a shot.
One of our agents is reporting in.
The fleet is ready, Admiral. We await your orders.
So I just noted too, it seems like this sounds a little loud from the game. So I'm going to try to adjust that back down for you guys when we get out of the battle here. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the Victory class Star Destroyer. I actually think we might have it just start right off the bat. Attacking
Ship acknowledges mission
fighters.
Assignment.
And the same thing with our TIE fighters. We're obviously going to have them
Red
engage
Group
fighters.
Acknowledges mission assignment.
Because the only way they really win this engagement is with their bombers. So we need to try to get those off the field as soon as possible. Destroying their escort here isn't going to do a whole bunch. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let me really lower this for you guys. I hope that's a little better now. You see now all of their fighters are swarming our Star Destroyer. Ooh. Yeah, those shields are taking a beating. We need to knock out a squadron of theirs really quick. Not good. Alright, so we got one of the squadrons. Now we need to get another quickly. This isn't gonna work. My goodness. Yes, we've lost our shield recharge capability now. Okay. We've lost our engines, although they keep going in and out. We got our butts handed to us here. They focused entirely on the Star Destroyer. Now that it's disabled, they're probably going to switch over to the one TIE Fighter squadron we have, I would assume. Yeah, so Red Group's now destroyed too. So we have lost this battle. My goodness. So let's even just see if we can exit. Get immediate result. Wow. I did not think we would take damage. I thought we would have been able to take out some of their Y-wings more quickly, but we just weren't able to. So let's set this really quick to very slow, because this now puts us in a really difficult position. Now, what happened here was because we lost a very important battle, there were actually a couple of planets that changed their allegiance. So we got Avram to join us prior to the battle, it looks like. The Leia then switched back to the enemy after they had just declared neutrality. And then Oberskay joins the enemy and Palanhai declares neutrality. So that had some serious repercussions for us. And we're now down a Victory-class Star Destroyer, which is just not good. Diplomacy mission report. So we got Avram to join us, so I'm going to have him stop to try to maybe get like Palanhai back or something like that. They're making progress on new facility research, we'll have them continue. And the Emperor has recruited Grammel. So let's go here, set the Emperor back to a recruit mission.
Assigned units to the mission which are not capable of acting upon the assigned target.
That sass is just incredible. I don't think I can lower the volume any more than it already is.
As you wish.
So they're going to go to Coruscant and do a recruitment mission. Let's check out the stats of Grammel. And here we see really high leadership, no research capability, and then moderate espionage and combat. So he's going to be another good one to try to put down this uprising on Yanga Minor. So we're going to have him go there and join. Let's now look to the Fakir system. And, oh, this is just not good. So they're above Ando now. We don't have shields. So that means if they get a capital ship there, they're just going to be able to bombard us if they want to. In Halloween, we just have this galleon. We have troops en route here to Ralatar. Palanhai has left us. And I assume these guys were probably doing a mission. They're going to get there at turn 105. See, the risk that we have now is these guys might all get caught on Ando if they invade. So, and I don't think we have anything close enough to Fakir to get there in time.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay. Okay, so their fleet actually left Ando. So that's good. Yeah. Let's focus back here on Siswana for a moment, though. Jared Gerard, you can now go to... let's have you just try to speed up the work at Chandrilia. There we go. Yeah, I think our only other capital fleet here is this Imperial Star Destroyer. Firo doesn't have anything. And we have a Dreadnought and a light cruiser around Camparis. But they're not going to be able to make it over there in time. And even if they did, I don't think they have enough to be able to defend Ando for any period of time. So I think what we're going to do is when these guys arrive at Ando, we're going to move them to Halloween, I think. And we'll actually probably have them subdue that uprising. Or not uprising. They're not uprising there. They just have very low support, which means we have some smuggling losses right now. If we didn't have troops here, we would probably lose this system based off of its allegiance. But I think Halloween, Ralatar may be better options of where to base ourselves out of in this sector and let these guys continue operating. Okay. So set this all back to a medium. What happened here?
There is a message coming
So
in
we
from a
got
planetary
information
system.
about Severin. Forgive me guys, sometimes I can't remember where every system is. Here's Severin. Okay, so here they have a Carillion Corvette that is new there. So what they probably did is they're probably bringing it in because they saw us at Yaga Minor go in and just kind of, well, be a dictator, a galactic dictator just taking over the system that we please. That's probably what caused them to move up the Carillion Corvette. So let's actually see when it's supposed to arrive if we have that intel. Day 136. So what we can do is if we quickly enough get this uprising over with, I think we might take then this Imperial Star Destroyer and move them down to Severin. Because this is another planet where they don't have any shields and they don't have any troops. So all we would need to do is to effectively put one unit there to conquer the system, right? And then we can again start subduing the uprising. They have these construction yards, which actually would be pretty valuable to us. Yaga Minor did not have anything. It was more of an opportunity that we saw. So what we're going to do to prep for all of this is they have capacity here for 3 units. We're going to actually transfer 2 stormtrooper regiments to this Imperial Star Destroyer. And we've already got troops here. I don't know if we have sent yet. Yeah, we haven't probably. What we need to do eventually is get some shields on Yaga Minor to help defend it. And then Bortas has these 2 shipyards that are being sent to it, which we desperately need. Okay, keep going here.
One of our agents is reporting in.
So, okay. We'll have you just continue your work then. And it looks like we subdued the uprising.
There is a message concerning popular support for the Empire.
Good job, good job.
There appears to be some negative news about
All right,
support for the
units arrived at Andos. We'll go over there and move them. And then Gramo had to stop because there is no uprising anymore happening there. Not the Sluice sector, the Fakir sector. Here we're going to take all of these units, and I just want to move them to Alwyn, I think. Because we have troops there, and we have shields there. We even have planetary batteries. So I think that will be the base that we kind of operate out of. And what I'm going to do is, you know, I look at something like Caridia or even Mrist, which is more valuable here. We're going to try something a little sneaky here. We're going to take our galleon and we're going to try invading this system, hoping that they still don't have any troops there. And then we'll find ourselves with another system that has shields, planetary batteries, a construction yard, and it's just going to be that much more difficult for them to move us out. It's a little risky though, right? Because the galleon can get intercepted and caught. But we're going to give it a shot.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Halloween. Is this empty? So let's start trying to get that shield up here to Ando again. It's a little difficult because it might get intercepted. Oh, Ando doesn't have the capacity for it. Okay. Do they have one en route? I don't think so. So Ralater is also full on capacity. So we don't actually have anything at the moment that we can send in the Fakir system. So let's see in the Carillion. We already have shields here. Shields are en route to X-Wine. We have shipyards en route to Bagrin. Let's do just one more. So we'll send them an orbital shipyard. I forgot, in Yaga Minor we've got these units here. Gramel's on his way back to Coruscant, no doubt. Veers, Thrawn, and Labasant. I'm tempted. No, Veers, we're just going to have moved back to Coruscant. Labasant. I don't know that you'd really be that great at inciting an uprising. I'm just going to move all of these guys back to Coruscant for now. Gramel's already en route, probably. Here, we've got these troops coming, but I think we're going to now... We'll go ahead and move the fleet over to Severin now, because I want to stop them from building those infiltrators, is really a big part of this. So they're going to arrive on day 118, which is 18 days ahead of this Carillion Corvette. So we'll have a nice little surprise waiting for them. Battle at Caridia.
There is a message from an imperial unit indicating it has arrived at its destination.
No. Okay, so there is one Y-Wing, so we're just going to retreat.
One of our agents is reporting in.
And we didn't lose it, so that's good. Personnel arrive at Yaga Minor. That's probably Gramel, it is. You don't have enough diplomacy to do anything, but you could probably start uprisings. Let's have you do that. Let's have you go and start an uprising. Gorman, I think. And then what we're going to have to do is in the Fakir system, we're just going to try a different planet here with that galleon to see if they have left anything undefended.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, so we got more Imperial regiments being deployed. Informants about Severin.
Coming in from a planetary system.
Okay, good. The first thing I wanted to check to see was, did they send more of a fleet there? Because that could have then been a problem. But it looks like all they did was they built another infiltrator. So we keep going here. Fleet arrives at Halloween.
My mission has failed.
We're going to have him continue at Trendrilia.
There is a message from an Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
And that would be the troop transport at Halloween. So let's have them go to Maris now. Let's see what we can get there. Actually, Obriska is probably the one that we should go to because that was neutral and just recently flipped. We'll go there next. Alright, so it looks like we got Bismeri. No, Bimissary. And personnel arrived at
one of our agents is reporting in.
Coruscant. I need you to go get Palanhai back to our cause. That is very much needed. Keep going here. Personnel arrived at Halloween. Alright, so here are all of these guys, and I want them to all start doing uprising missions. And I think I'm going to send them right back to Delea because we've been successful there before. Battle at Marist.
There appears to be some negative
Oh.
news about support for the Empire.
So they have a whole bunch of transports at Marist, so we're going to run.
There is a message from an imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
Okay. Com joins the enemy. I'm not sure I know where that system is. Where's comms? Or com? It's not in either of the two sectors we care about. So it's in Farfin. Okay. We had, fleet arrives at Tramis. What were we sending to Tramis? Where is Tramis? Oh, Tramis is that's why I don't know what it is. It's the Outer Rim sector. Okay, so here, this is perfect. We actually stumbled upon, right off the bat, a pretty good system. So we're going to occupy it. And then we're going to move you onto Desperi. And what we'll do, right, is we're going to, when we have a chance here with the Coruscant construction yards, is we're going to have them send a construction yard, maybe even two, out to Tramis. And then Tramis is going to be all construction yards. It's all they're going to do. Then Tramis, as we continue populating the Atravis sector, it will then use their fleet of construction yards to then build a planet that is our shipyard planet, a planet that is our troop planet, etc., etc. This is going to be the start of our industrial base here in the Atravis sector.
There is a message coming
So more information about Severin. Please don't let it be more ships. It's not. Okay. What is new? So it looks like it's deploying a refinery is what happened. So, know that now. Severin actually joined us.
Message from Lord Vader.
Okay, so because Chandrilla joined, Severin declared their neutrality.
There is a message
Okay.
concerning popular support for the Empire.
Fleet arrives at Bisamari and at Severin.
Message from an imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
So they're not going to do an uprising because we already have them as neutral.
One of our agents
Darth
reported-
Vader, we're going to have
Aborted my mission.
stop. We'll have him stop at Chandrilla too. And now we're going to take Jar Gerard and Darth Vader to Severin to have them try to convince these guys to join us. And I think what we'll do is we'll wait for the Corellian Corvette, right? Spook them a little, make them wonder how we know where they are. But then we'll move that fleet once Vader's done with his mission here. But I don't want to leave Vader on a planet that has an inbound fleet, right? Because I don't want him getting captured.
There is a message from an imperial
So
fleet
Desperi
indicating it
is
has reached
crap,
its
so we're going to move
destination.
him over to Namta.
One of our agents is reporting
Facility design can continue. And yeah, those are old messages. Fleet arrives. Okay. Let's see here. Fleet arrives at Namta. Oh, good. The Emperor recruited someone new. And shipyard has been deployed to Portaz. This is all good news. Namta is a neutral planet, so we're going to move on.
There is a message from an imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
The Emperor can do another recruitment mission.
As you wish.
Niles Ferrer, let's see you. So you have espionage and combat rating. You're kind of like Labensat, you're a little useless to us. But Bortas now has a shipyard. So what we're going to do is build some TIE fighters at Bortas. A lot of TIE fighters, because we need TIE fighters, so that way we don't lose another Star Destroyer to a bunch of Y-Wings, right? That's why we need TIE fighters. And Thrawn, we're actually going to send to Bortas to do ship design research, Because what we need very quickly as the Imperials are some new designs of ships to counter the innovation the rebels have. Right, we need better fighters to compete against their X-wings, and when they get A-wings, and all of these different things. We need to stay competitive with them, so we're going to send them to Bortas now to start researching ship designs, I should say. And this is a pretty defensible planet, as long as we've got the shields up. I'm not too worried about it. If they do sabotage missions, though, then we might want to evacuate Bortas, right? Because then he might become a target. Continue on here. What happens? Informant Gorman. So Gorman has shields and no troops and a construction yard. They're sending a construction yard to Caridia. Why is it I know where Caridia is? I feel like I heard that very recently. Is it in the Fakir system? It is. Okay. So Gorman is building a construction yard that is going to go to Caridia. Got it. So this galleon here, let's have them try going to Obersky. Because again, I'm pretty sure unless they've moved a fleet there, they won't have anything because they recently went and joined the rebel cause. That's interesting about Gorman. Continue. Units have arrived at Severin.
Indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Personnel arrive at Coruscant. Zugs.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Zugs, why don't you go with Niles Fair to do Insight Uprising on... let's do Corson. And I'm going to have Niles Fair be the decoy. Let's see
there
here.
There is a message from an Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
To area. Alright, so they're trying to do an uprising in Sluis Van. Tagoria, it's okay, it doesn't suck. I'm gonna keep looking. Let's see.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
Ooh, Yaga Minor, they're scouting out. That's curious. We have troops there now, yes we do. But we need to get a shield there pretty quickly. The problem is after he builds this, I really want to have him start populating the Atravis sector with construction yards.
There is a message from an Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
Is already a neutral one, so we can't just take that over.
One of our agents is reporting in.
And I should clarify that statement. We could take it over, we could land and invade, but I'd rather just do diplomacy, and it's not even worth the troops right now.
There is a message from the Emperor.
We're going to continue on Delea.
You have not adequately supported me on...
He failed his recruitment mission. That's interesting. So let's have you continue.
As you wish.
Oh, battle.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Fleet initiates blockade of Obersky. Okay.
Fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
So you know what that means, guys. That means there's no fleet in Obersky to stop us.
Indicating the Imperial fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Planetary assault. We took the planet.
Negative news about support for the Empire.
Alright.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Perfect. Perfect. So let's see here. We've got troops, we've got shields. Let's start building more troops now. Oh, we can't because they're an uprising. I forgot about that. But at the very least, they can't build troops. So what we'll do is this Delea group, we'll give them a little bit more time to try their Insight Uprising, but then ultimately what we'll do is we'll have them come back and try to subdue this uprising. I'm hopeful, though, that when we eventually do get Palanhai to join us again, that it will convince Obersky residents that, that empire must not be so bad if the Palanhai folks join them. Those Palanhai folks really know what they're doing, so let's follow their lead.
There is a message from an imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
We're going to move to Generis now. Again, nothing too special there. Right, we'll do a little more.
A manufacturing
TIE
message
Fighter
has been
Squadron
received.
at Bortas. Good, good. Battle at Severin. The Carillion Corvette has arrived. So what I'm going to do is actually just simulate this one for time's sakes. And I also do find that sometimes the computer is able to somehow get the Star Destroyer to go more quickly than I can manually. So let's see what happens. So they retreat it. And we're there. We had one TIE fighter that received some damage. Okay. So there's that. And we're still doing our mission in Severin to try to convert them over to us via diplomacy. Alright. Well, I actually think I'm going to call it here, guys, for the episode. Just want to say thanks so much for giving the series a watch and your support. Kind of fun to go back in time, right, and see some games that we may have grew up with or may have started our gaming adventures. And honestly, this game I find still has stood the test of time very well with its mechanics, some of its interface features, etc. It feels a little natural. And it's a Star Wars game, so what more could you ask for? With that, guys, hoping you all have an excellent day. Bye now.